Hello everyone, and in today's video I'm going to show you how I was able to get off this flat spot of approximately 40k, 30k impressions per day up to 147k impressions on my Pinterest account using a simple make.com automation that's gonna delete underperforming pins from my account. Basically, I've created an automation that checks if a Pinterest pin has received less than 10 impressions in the last 90 days, and also it's gonna check if the pin is older than 90 days. If both conditions are met, we're gonna delete this pin from our account so that our account can grow like you see in this chart from my own account. I have applied this to multiple accounts. I have seen the same type of growth. So I really recommend you to follow this video. I will have the automations in the description, but make sure you watch the video so you know how you can set it up. And also at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a simple automation to delete the boards which will have 0 pins, because if you run this automation, probably you will have some boards that will have none of the pins inside them, so you want to delete them as well to make sure your Pinterest account is growing, it's getting a lot of impressions, it's getting outbound clicks, and etc. So this is the first scenario. Basically what happens here, we are making an API call to Pinterest to get the list of our pins. Pinterest API returns you 250 of your pins with one request, but it also includes this bookmark code that allows you to make another API call for the next 250 pins. So we're gonna use this one in our scenarios as well. So as I mentioned, this one makes an API call to Pinterest to get all your pins. And then we have a router. The first route goes to iterator that iterates to all these 250 items returned by Pinterest and passes them to a filter. This filter, what it does, it checks if the pin has less than 10 impressions in the last 90 days. And it also checks if the pin is created later than 90 days from now. If these conditions are met, then we are deleting this pin from our account, because we don't want underperforming pins on our account, because underperforming pins drags your account down. And if you delete them, your account will grow and you will see more impressions, more outbound clicks, etc. On the second route of the router, we are passing this bookmark value to another scenario that basically is the same. And this one, once this one runs first time, you can forget about it, because the second scenario will run on loop all the time until it goes through all your pins, checks them, and if they met the conditions, this scenario will delete them. So here is a webhook on the second scenario. We copy this URL and paste it here in HTTP URL that we are requesting. We are sending a post and we are sending the bookmark. So, and basically the same is here, the same URL is here, and it just loops this scenario until there is no bookmark value in Pinterest API response. So let's just run this one quickly so I can show you how it works and explain you some important things that you need to know. So let's click run once. It's gonna get the first 250 pins from your Pinterest account. None of these first 250 passed the filter. Yes, I have a pin here with less than 10 views, 10 impressions, but it's created on 4th of March. So that's not 90 days later than from now. So it didn't pass the filter, but it sent the bookmark to our second scenario, which should be actually running now. As you can see, it's running now on loop. It's getting again the next 250, the next, and so on, so on, so on. At one point, as you can see here, we have hit some pins that are underperforming, so we are deleting them. And I'm going to show you because now we should soon hit a Pinterest rate limit, but you don't have to worry about it because make.com will pause the scenario for 20 minutes and it's gonna just resume from where it left. Just keep it on, keep this second scenario on, and let it run until all your pins will be clean. And I recommend you to run this every month to see growth like you see here on my Pinterest account. I didn't like this flat spot that I hit, so I was looking for solutions how to increase the impressions. So I found that this works pretty good. And also I didn't change any other strategies, my posting times, etc., etc. I just started to run this automation. So as you can see, we hit the rate limit. You have exceeded your rate limit, try again later. And what happens now? Make.com just pause the scenario for 20 minutes and it's gonna automatically continue running after 20 minutes until again it hits the rate limit or until it goes through all your pins in your account. So I'm gonna quickly show you how you can build this yourself. I'm gonna have these two scenarios in the description. Plus, I'm going to show you another scenario with which you will be able to delete boards that have 0 pins inside them. So we're going to go to our scenarios. We're going to create a new scenario. And this will be scenario 1 for Pinterest pin deletion. Just delete this. Okay, and we are starting with a Pinterest module. Pinterest module, make an API call. I'm gonna just unlink this, move the timer here and delete this one. So if you go to Pinterest developers, what we need to do is we need to get all the pins from our account. And to do this, we're gonna just use list pins with get method. And we're just gonna copy this address, go to our make.com new scenario, and you need to create a connection to your Pinterest account. So I'm going to use this one. I don't know if I have something in there or no. So basically we paste what we copied here in here and just delete the Pinterest domain name because we need only this v5 pins. And we're going to use method get, and that's it. We just click save and we click run once. And yeah, we get the items from our account. So which one account? Okay, so this is the account. So, okay, so we got 250 items, no, 25 items because we need to set up and we need to add query strings. So we get the maximum amount of pins, that's 250. So we're going to click on page size, copy, go to the scenario, key is page size, value is 250, and we're going to click save, and we're going to click, and we also need one more thing. We need pin metrics, so we get all the data from our pins, like when it was published, how many impressions it got all time, last 90 days. You can get all this information in your make.com account, so you can work with this information in your future automations. So we're gonna copy pin metrics. We're gonna again go here, query string add item, paste pin metrics and set this to true. Save. And now, because last time we didn't have these pin metrics, we didn't get that information, like when like how many impressions this pin gets. We get only the date when it's created, description, and etc etc. So we're gonna run it once again. This time we should get we got 64 because probably this account has 64 pins only. Let's choose another account that has more. We're gonna use the same get method. Page size is 250, so it returns us 250 pins. And we're gonna get the pin metrics if we set this pin metrics to true. So let's run this one once, and this should return us 250 items, because this account does have more than, it has around 9k pins. So it gives us 250 pins with pin metrics when it was published, the date as well. So this is 29th of April. Okay, and also it gives us this bookmark value. So after we have this, we're gonna need a rotor. We're gonna add a rotor, and then we have two routes. So the first one goes to iterator, that's gonna iterate through all 250 pins that we receive from API response. So to get the iterator, we click flow control iterator and add it here. Just delete this one. And after iterator, we need to select, in the iterator, we need to select array to work with. And it's gonna be the items array, which contains all our 250 pins. So we're gonna click save. And then after iterator, we're just gonna add a Pinterest module that's gonna delete the pin that's underperforming. So click here, make sure you have the same account as here. For some reasons, it's taking some time to load. Let's delete this one and add again. Delete pin. The pin, we need pin ID. So we get the pin ID from our iterator module. And this is this ID. We click save. And before we move any further, we need to set up a filter. So we're going to have a condition. So here, the condition is pin metrics, 90 days, impressions. So in the last 90 days, we want to target pins that have less than 10 impressions in the last 90 days. So we're gonna choose this one, and then we're gonna choose numeric operations less than 10. And we need another rule that's, we're gonna click on add and rule. And this one's gonna check if the pin is posted more than 90 days from now. So we need to check to select the created at date. And we're gonna go to time operations. Sorry, date time operations earlier than. And we're gonna select here, we have a like calendar icon. We're gonna select that, and we're gonna select add days, and the first value is now, and then we're gonna set minus 90, and that means from now on minus 90 days. If it passed this value, then the pin is deleted. Okay, save, and at the bottom we just add an HTTP module, make a basic, make a request. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this gray one here. And what we want to do here is we want to add URL for, so we can add URL, we need to create another scenario. Create new scenario, and this will be very quickly. So we will just add one module here. This module will be webhook and custom webhook. We're gonna click on add, and we're gonna name this JS automates Pinterest hack. Okay. Now we get a URL. We're gonna copy this URL, go back to our new scenario, and paste the URL here in the HTTP module. And we're gonna change the method to post because we are sending the bookmark value to this webhook. So we're gonna post, and we're gonna change the body type to raw, content type to JSON, and then we're just gonna type like this, bookmark, and add here. And for some reason, sometimes it doesn't work, and I just use this replace emoji characters because sometimes for some reason the value of the bookmark is lost in the way while it's being sent to the webhook module. This way it always works. I don't know why. So we're gonna check the bookmark here from this Pinterest API call module, and here we're just gonna add an empty string value. So click save, and let's just test this out. Let's come here, click run once. So as you can see, it's waiting for an input to the URL of the webhook. So we're gonna click run this module only, and we're gonna type in here some random value. And what's wrong? Oh, I forgot to add curly bracket here at the end. Okay, and let's run this once, and again, random value, as you can see, code 200. And why it's not receiving, use existing data. Yeah, here it is. So this works fine. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna click on Shift and select all these modules and click copy and come here to our second scenario and paste it here, and just connect this webhook module to our Pinterest module that we copied just now. What we need to do here is we're going to click on here, add another query string, and it's going to be just so it's all correct. So let's go here to pagination, and we need to have this bookmark query string key, and the value of this key will be the response from our webhook. I'm gonna click save and switch this on, save, and let's run this scenario to see if it works. Oh, yeah, all is good. So it's getting now 250 items. Yeah, I stopped it. So let's rerun it again. It's getting 250 items from Pinterest. None of these pass the deletion filter, but it sent the HTTP request to this one. And let's see if it's running. And yeah, as you can see, it's running on the loop. I've already cleared this account, so none of these pins will match the deletion thing. I will now stop this. Let's return to our scenario 2 that we at the beginning of the video we pushed to run. As you can see, it's on, still waiting for the 20 minutes to pass. So we're gonna click run once, use existing data, and it will continue to run wherever it left off. So I'm gonna show you one more quick scenario that it's very useful. After these both scenarios are finished to run, we need a Pinterest module to list boards. Let's do this one. We're gonna set to limit to 10,000. I don't know how many boards you have. For one account, I have like 400 boards or something, but I usually put the limit way up higher. So we're gonna list boards. This is gonna return us all the boards that we have on our Pinterest account. As you can see, this one has 68. And then we just gonna have an array aggregator that's gonna aggregate all the boards in like one array that we can push into Iterator to delete the boards that have 0 pins in them. So what we need to map out from this list boards response is pin count and ID. After that, we're gonna add iterator module. We're gonna choose the array from our array aggregator module. And at the end, we're just gonna add delete board module. We're gonna add filter after iterator. The pin count numeric value is equal to 0. Save. And just make sure you have the same Pinterest account for both of your modules. Here we select board from iterator module, it's ID. Here is the same account, so let's run this once. I don't think there are gonna be any modules, any boards that have 0 pins in this account. As you can see, none of these passed the filter that we set. I'm gonna have this scenario also in the description. This is all for this video. If you enjoyed it, if you like it, please subscribe to the channel. I will have more videos like this for tips, how you can automate processes. You can also contact me. My details are in the description. If you want custom automations, etc., I will be happy to help you. If you have any questions about how these automations work, just leave a comment. I will try to get back to you. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope your Pinterest channel grows. You get more impressions using this strategy. You get more outbound clicks to your website. Thus, you get more revenue. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.